Hello and welcome to the Deadly Pit, my friends. And look at it, here is the pit, and you've fallen into it. And look, you got this big bad buffalo. He does not look happy. Look at that. No, he will try and get you with those horns, and that's no fun. And then over here, yeah, you got a wasp, and he looks hungry to sting. That's right, that is no fun. Hey, this is an on your own problem, so you should have solved the entire problem on your own, and now you're watching this video just to make sure you did everything correctly. Without further ado, let us move on to our scenario. You have fallen into a deadly pit, my friend. Your only hope of escape is to solve this here problem. Your deadly pit contains, I can't even say it, contains buffaloes and wasps. The pit contains 3/4 times as many buffalo as wasps. And your first job is you must write a ratio that represents the animals in your pit. So you need to do buffaloes to wasps. So the first thing you should have done was written ratio down here. And let's just do that. Ratio. And then you have buffaloes to wasps, right? And if you look here, the really cool thing about fractions is you can think of fractions in three ways. 3/4, 3 out of 4, or 3 divided by 4. In this case, we're going to use the fraction 3 out of 4. So for every 4 wasps, you get 3 buffalo, because you get 3 of these out of 4 of these. Bam, that's all there is to it. So that means your three ways of writing the ratio would be with the colon, right? Or the word to, or the fraction, right? So if you did it as a colon, then you would once again go 3 to 4. So 3 to 4, right? So I'd just write 3 colon 4. If I did it with the word to, I would go 3 to 4. And if I did it as a fraction, I would go 3 over 4, which also means 3 to 4. I'm going to just make a little box for each of these. And that is the first part that you should have done for this problem. Alrighty, so let's go ahead and move on to the second problem here. And we've got, if there are 16 wasps, how many buffalo are in your pit? In this case, I'm going to do the old trusty T-chart. So let's go ahead and just go T-chart, all right? And then I'm going to make my actual T-chart here, right? And I'm going to use the exact same ratios that I've got over here. So I've got buffalo here. So let me just write B for buffalo. And then over here, I've got the wasps, right? So I'm going to make a big old W for the wasps. And my ratio is right here. I've got 3 to 4. I've got 3 buffalo for every 4 wasps, right? So I've got 3 to 4. So now I can use what I call my iterative function, right? And your iterative function is simply your rate of growth, and we're using 4 on this side and 3 on this side, right? So if I go right here and I go, okay, plus 4, that's going to give me 8 over here, right? And then that's not enough, right? Because I need to get to 16 here, right? So I'm going to add another 4 to that. So I'll go plus 4. And that will give me 12, right? So I got 12 there. I'm going to extend this line right on down. And if I add another group of 4, that will give me, oops, I got to finish writing the 4. That will give me 16 right here, which is exactly what I was looking for up here, right? 16 wasps, right? And this is the side for wasps. So if I got 16, now I got to do the exact same thing on this side. But on this side, I'm going to use my iterative function of plus 3, because I've got to keep this ratio consistent so that these are all proportional, right? So 3 plus 3 is going to give me 6. And then if I take another 3 and add 3 to that, plus 3, oops, that's a sloppy 3, isn't it? That's going to give me 9 right here, right? And then if I take another 3 and add 3 to that, then that will give me 12. And bam, right there it is, my friend. If there are 16 wasps, then you know there are going to be 12 of these big bad buffalo in your deadly pit right in here, my friend. And you better get out of that pit because those are dangerous critters. Alrighty, so let's move on to our third problem here. And our third problem says, if there are 84 creatures in all, how many buffaloes and wasps are in your deadly pit right here? So we got to figure out 84 of all of these combined using the same ratios. So let's go ahead and do that. Now for that, we're once again going to want to use the T-chart, but this time we're going to use the old triple decker T-chart. Alrighty, and here we have it. I've got 3 columns, one for the buffalo right here, right? One for the wasps right here. And then total, if I add these up, I'll get my total, right? So let's go ahead and we're going to use the exact same ratios that we did over here and plug it in with 3 of the buffalo to 4 of the wasps. So let's go ahead and do that now. I've got 3 here to 4 here. Right? And now I need to add 3 plus 4 to give me my total, which of course is 7. And now what I want to do is I could do repeated addition like I did here and use my iterative function of plus 7 and keep going down many columns until I got to 84. But 84 is a pretty big number and I don't want to have to go all the way to 84. So what I am going to do is figure out what times 7 here, right? You can't quite see it, but what times 7 will give me 84. And my friends, I happen to know that if I have 7 and I multiply it by 12, I will get 84 exactly, right? So, and that's what I'm looking for. So rather than do repeated addition right on down over and over, I can just jump right to it by taking 7 times 12 gives me 84. So now I take 12 and multiply that by 4 and then multiply 12 by 3 to figure out how many buffalo and how many wasps there are. And 12 times 3 will give me 36. So let's drop that right in there, right? And now all I have to do is take 12 times 4, which will give me 48. So I'll drop the 48 right there, and bam, there you have it, my friends. You are all done. There are 36 of these big bad buffalo in your deadly pit, and there are 48 stinging wasps that are in your deadly pit here. So you better get on out of there. And actually, if you solve this problem, then you did get out of it. That's your only hope of escape, right? So, hey, as always, if you made a mistake anywhere along the way, no worries at all, my friend. Pause that video, fix that mistake. That is your fastest way to learn. Until next time, I hope you have a fantastic day. I'll see you soon.